Hi everybody. Today's the 15th. Um, I just posted a couple pictures on my Facebook at 12:44 p.m. Or well, now it's morning time. It's 1 something in the morning my time. I don't know. I know I'm still up. It's insane. But the sky all the way from the west to the north is completely lit up. Like it's bright. I am surrounded by cornfield and windmills, and of course, windmills have lights, but this one doesn't. But it's not bright enough for it to light up the sky. There's been a lot of things that have been seen in the sky, like these, for instance, blinking stars, or people think that they're satellites. Um, and other people that I have talked to has been seeing the same thing, and they're actually they said that it is UFOs. And a UFO doesn't mean that it's aliens; it's a unidentified flying object. So because it's flying up in the sky or whatever, they don't know what it's called. Um, I believe that they are government spies. So I have a lot that I want to talk about tonight. I was going to make a video yesterday, but I forgot actually. So, you guys seen, okay, like I said, I was talking about the star or the planet or whatever, the blinking thing in the sky being lit up. On January 5th, we got hit with the massive wave that I've been saying with the cosmic radiation and the pole shift and all that. Well, we have more coming in through the 17th, and it said that what's going to happen, it's going to, it, it hits the sun, and then the sun is what prevents it from hitting the earth. Well, we got hit. People were saying that it was Russia that caused the blackout from the planes being grounded. It was not Russia. Um, it is literally an EMP event from this cosmic radiation thing that is happening from now with the debris field that's coming in, that is hitting the atmosphere, causing these type of changes. We got another wave, big one around the 17th, and then the Schumann Renaissance, that was completely taken off its data, remember? So that's because this incoming planet that's coming. Um, and then we also have, and I know that I've mentioned about this, if you have noticed, okay, with the blackout, we've had storms. Okay. And they've already said that through this, there's tsunami warnings. It's going to be causing massive earthquakes. Um, and California was actually in a state of emergency. And I actually have a friend over there, Christine. She lives in Modesto, and they had tornado warnings. Same time as North Carolina. And we had 50, 60-degree weather, and it's January, and it's supposed to be in the 20s. Today it was actually kind of cold, but the weather pattern's off, and it's because the Earth's wobble tilted. Okay, the pole shift. We got the equator, right? That's supposed to be like this, and the Earth's spinning like it's supposed to on its axis. So the sun rises. 365 days, then you have the 4 seasons as the sun goes down and it rotates. We all know that, but what happens, it gets knocked off its axis. So basically it's shifted. So we're seeing different um seasons at different times. Everything's getting thrown off. And then so now, because of all of this, okay, 2023 is a year that is setting everything in done for next year. Next year is the year of everything. Okay, but this is the year where it is officially unfolding. Like, we've been revealed all these things, but it's getting ready to just dominoes. Now, um people are dying, and I know you guys have noticed that. Cardiac arrest, bam, bam, bam. All these celebrities dying, everything else. Why? Because they've been juiced up. The 5G has been ramped up, okay, called the zombie virus, okay, as I have mentioned last year from my video. Um, and it's just going to get worse. We are at the 18th month to 2 year mark since it first came out. So all those people who have took it are they're we're going to see a lot of people die. And my mother lied to me, actually said she only got one, she got two. So she calls me the other night and tells me that 1:30 in the morning I about had a heart attack because she's in bed at 8 o'clock at night, never calls me that late. I thought something happened. So I just started preaching to her. What were we supposed to do at 1:30 in the morning? So that's what I did. But me talking about all that, obviously, just like you and me, we can talk till we're blue in the face. But God is not done. God is just starting what he said he's going to do. This is literally the beginning of the end. I wanted to mention today, all right, we have a new world order system, obviously, that's set into play. Digital currency coming into play. Okay, today, well, actually it was yesterday because it's 1 o'clock in the morning, but yesterday, I was on my phone and everyone was in bed sleeping. I was the first one up having my coffee, and I decided I'm going to pay my electric bill. I'm trying to pay it, trying to add my debit card, would not let me. I was like, okay, tried it again, wouldn't let me, tried it again, wouldn't let me. So I said, all right, I'm going to exit out. Tried it again, kept trying it and trying it and tried it. I tried for an hour, okay, 10 times. Guess what? It made me set a password, a 4-digit PIN, okay, which I thought was only for the site. Oh no, not just that, okay, it would not let me add anything without my fingerprints. My fingerprints, guys. And what it did, it connected all that to my actual phone. So I had to take it off of my phone. And when I did, my whole phone got viruses. Okay. So it took me all day to get rid of this, to clear these 112 different things. And they were all sites that I did not recognize, that I've never had happen, and I know it's spying. And I don't know if you guys remember that dream I had last year, that my phone got hacked into, and I could see on the other side them messing with it and everything else, and I ended up going to this to where they were, and I found them, and then she ended up getting slaughtered or whatever, some weird part. But anyways, I made a video about it. And that's exactly what it reminded me of. And this is exactly what's going to happen, the biometric system. And I know a lot of people have been saying that that I've already had to do stuff like this or whatever. No, this is for my electric. I literally have never in my life had to do something like this. And so I took everything off because I'm making sure that I will never do that. I am going paperless. I don't trust the system. So, having said all that, Biden now also is trying to ban gas stoves. He's wanting to go everything total electric. Okay. Now, this all ties to this January 5th. All right. These electric cars, these electric stoves, everything electric, an EMP can wipe it out like that. But so can the government. You see, a CME or an EMP through that. A CME is through the sun, coronal mass ejection. So when they do their control, they can turn it off. And then what's going to happen? You're not going to be able to get it back on without having their mark and or whatever else that they're up to. Now, we are in high watch, especially in January for California, and the prediction models are saying California there's a high possibility of a large 7.0 earthquake in different parts of California on multiple prediction models. Okay, and America's getting ready to have a massive quake soon, especially in California, whom just had two large ones within 2 weeks. And an insider like Mike from around the world also said that you can hear what he said, um, also with Paul Bagley. And Mike mentioned a new shockwave of energy coming inbound, which is pure cosmic radiation, not from gamma ray bursts, as those are separate waves Mike warned of years ago that's been hitting us, not including the backside of the Earth being hit due to magnetar, which is the planet killer, as those are called. With Planet X um, system bodies behind Earth throwing horrible radiation the backside of the planet, while radiation is coming in heavy from the sun due to Planet X system objects perturbing the sun so bad it's causing the sun to shoot off flares and CMEs at us daily. Okay, people are getting headaches, they're getting pressure here, the ringing in the ears, and I cannot. You guys already know my ADD. I can't respond to people, so I'm going to verbally respond. The ears, the ringing, the pressure in the throat and in the head, the dizziness, the heart racing, the insomnia, all of that, and people constantly going to sleep and waking up several hours of the night in between 1 and 3 a.m. especially. That is from this. These are the effects from it. And so while we also got a giant wave of radiation, Mike warned of days ago coming from different sources. It is a massive hit that will hit our heliosphere hard, and they don't know what it is. So they know that it is going to hit really, really, really hard. And time is very short. And from Los Angeles to where was it? San Diego? Yeah. Be aware. Or San Francisco. So we need to keep an eye on 2023. Big things coming. So here, I want to read to you something that was actually sent to me by Rhonda, and I looked into this, and this came out on the 10th. This is important, and after I upload this video, I am actually going to put this link in the description box so you guys can read it for yourselves. Okay, so 2023, expect a financial crash and major changes in global energy markets. We already see eggs are high, guys. I mean, you guys, need to get chickens and a garden and stuff, but I know that by June, guys, everything's going to be a hot mess. People don't even understand. And this is the last month that I heard actually on the news that anybody who's getting the highest amount of food stamps, it is going to stop. That they are actually dealing away with this year. They're trying to deal away with Medicaid and food stamps. And I know a lot of people say, oh, this can't be so. They can't do that. They can do that because they've already had these laws into play. They just have to wait on the right time to bring them out and present them to the American people so there's not mass panic or mass chaos. And that's why they have to depopulate people so that they have better form of control. Now, before I read this, I know I'm going to get backlash for this, but I absolutely loved the whole entire TV series of The Walking Dead. And I finished season 11, 2 days ago. No, yesterday, because my husband and I binge watched TV for 11 hours because we had no work and hey, why not? So we finished it, and I am going to tell you, I highly recommend it, not for the language. It is everything in the tribulation that I have dreamed of before this TV series even came out. Okay. And I was sitting there talking to my husband about it. I said, "Oh my gosh," smacking his arm. I'm like, look, this is going to happen. I told you in my dream. And it was in like January of 2016, June of 2016, August 24th of 2016. Like all these came out, and I didn't even have TV that long. Like I didn't have Netflix. Netflix to me is 2 years. We got Netflix like 2 or 3 years ago. And I've never seen this TV series until last year. Was it last year? Yeah, last year. I just started watching it. Um, anyways, so in the season they had cannibalism, and they had controlled zombies, and they even took people, okay, the good people or the unwealthy, to the commonwealth, okay, and what they did is they injected them, forced injections and stuff. Okay, anyways, predictive programming. And with their system, they had a system up and running, okay, which was a government control, that they were able to give out rations of food. They were able to control these people. That's exactly what this new world order is. That's exactly what has been predicted, and these are the laws that are going into place. It's just amazing. So, after central bankers brought about recessions in the past, the world economy was able to recover by adding more energy supply. This time we are dealing with the situation of true depletion. There is no good way to recover by adding more energy supplies to the system. A combination of rise in population and diminishing returns with respect to resource extraction points at the limits of fossil fuel extractions. Why is the economy headed for a financial crash? It appears to me that the world economy hit limits to growth about 2018 because of the combination of diminishing returns in resource extraction together with the rising population, the COVID-19 pandemic, and the accompanying financial manipulations. These problems for a few years, but now as the world economy tries to reopen, the problems are back with vengeance. Okay, so urgent WHO meeting in secret to convert themselves to enforceable law under existing treaty. Forced jabs. Okay, this is from the health. I'll let you guys read that because I cannot say that word or they will ban me. Forced. All right. Outlaw guns, which is also a public health. All right. So I'm going to read you this. I know this is kind of long, but it's important because I want you guys to understand that this is 2023. This is what's coming into effect. Okay. And once this goes into effect, what happens is 2024 is when it comes out. That is why we are going digital this year. And I just seen the beginning of it today. The International Health Regulations of the World Health WHO is planning to meet in secret from Monday, January 9th to Friday the 13th, which was yesterday. And if you guys noticed, everything was off. Okay. Anyways, so they're working hard to finalize what is now a 46-page document. And how many presidents are there? 46. Is that right? I think there's 46. Obama was the 46th president, I believe. Okay. The proposed amendments would change the overall nature of the World Health Organization from advisory organizations that merely makes recommendations to a governing body who proclamations would be legally binding, which is Article 1, greatly expand the scope of international health regulations to include scenarios that merely have a potential to impact public health, seek to remove respect for dignity, human rights, and fundamental freedoms of people, Article 3, give the Director General of the WHO control over the means of production through an allocation plan for health products. 2, require development states parties to supply pandemic response products as directed, Article 13A. Give the WHO the authority to require medical examinations, proof of prophylaxis, proof of jabbed, and to implement contact tracing, quarantine, and treatment, Article 18. Okay, and they just said that there is another wave that has hit. It is different from all the other strands. Okay, that's come out, and it's going to be COVID 23. And if you guys have watched Songbird, there you go. To a T. Predictive programming, guys. Pay attention. All right, institute a system of global health certificates in digital or paper form, including test certificate, jabbed certificates, prophylaxis certificates, recovery certificates, passenger locator forms, and a traveler's health declaration. Articles 18, 23, 24, 27, 28, 31, 35, 36, and 44, and annexes 6, 7, and 8. Redirect unspecified billions of dollars to the pharmaceutical hospital emergency industrial complex with no accountability. And that was, all right, Article 45. Greatly expand the World Health Organization capacity to censor what they consider misinformation and disinformation. We already see that on our Facebooks or Meta. Okay, we've been seeing that on YouTube for a long time. Censorship. They're trying to take us back to China, a one world government. What's the word? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. They're trying to make it communist. Create an obligation to build, provide, maintain IHR infrastructures at points of entry to enable WHO to undertake the censorship. Now, remember what I said. They also have it to where they are making it where you can only go 15 miles, okay, within your area. And then you have a route that you have to take in and a route you have to take out. And you can only do it 100 times a year. It is complete control. Okay. They are building a WHO community. Okay. And it's funny how the Bible says, well, it's not funny, but it's ironic how, well, it's not ironic either. It's just amazing how the Bible says that he shall give power, or who gives power to the beast. Okay. So the 76th World Health Assembly is scheduled to occur from Sunday, May 21st, which is my dad's 82nd birthday, which is amazing. Okay, if by strength 80. Okay, 2023 to Tuesday, May 30th of 2023. And that is, the 30th is actually when the 74th year or whatever would occur, or the going forth of the command, and when they established Israel. In order to proposed amendments, amendments to be considered during the 76th World Health Assembly, they must be submitted to the World Health Organization at least 4 months in advance. This will get passed. I can guarantee it. Now, here's this. Today is Sunday the 15th. The IHRRC plans to submit these proposed amendments to the WHO by Sunday, January 15th. If proposed amendments are presented to the 76th World Health Assembly, they could be adopted by a simple majority of the 194 member nations. According to the already agreed upon rules of the IHR, if proposed amendments are adopted, the member nation would not need to take any additional actions. Wow. The United States Senate would not be required to provide a 2/3 vote to give their advice and consent. No signatures by national leaders would be needed. This is precisely how all the elected politicians around the world intend to force jabs on everyone, force vaccine passports, and force quarantines by delegating those powers to unelected people at the WHO Health Organization, then telling you, our hands are tied. This is required by international law and treaty. We have no power to stop it. Bull honky. You have the power. You have all the power. Okay? But we, as Christians, as watchmen, are not going to comply to that. because we have a God that we serve. We have a God that is our governor. So, yep, this is a lot to read, but I just wanted you guys to get the main gist of this. This is extremely serious. Oh, and then actually I do want to read this last page here, because this is also of utterance importance. This is a aspiration of liberty taking place right before our eyes. We must step up right now to put a stop to it while we can do so peacefully, and not by force of arms. Oh, and arms could be deemed a matter potential to impact public health, and they could ban the private ownership of firearms, and it would be legal because it's considered a treaty. And 1776 is when the treaty, that treaty was out. I just find that ironic how it's 76th and then 1776. It all is together, guys. So I'm just going to say, Jesus is utterly about to return. Are you prepared? Have you asked Jesus Christ to take leadership over your life? 1 Corinthians 15, 1 through 4. So that is the gospel. You can't add to it, and you can't take it away. You can't be lukewarm. You can't be riding the fence. You're either prepped or you're not. You believe Jesus is who he says he is, that he died and was buried and rose again on the third day, according to the scriptures. He loves us so much that he gives us insight. He has his watchmen rise up early, and there is nothing hidden in the dark that shall not be revealed into the light. And there is nothing that he does without revealing it to his servants first. He loves us that much to not leave us in the darkness. So we are to go out and warn. So this year is the year for you. 2023 is about me. And that is my motto this year. And it's not a selfish motto. It is a good motto. 2023 is about me, meaning putting yourself first, putting on your armor, getting ready to get out there, get out of your comfort zone, do what you have to do, make things happen. Okay? By sitting at home doing nothing, you're not going to make a difference. So, get out of your comfort zone. Go preach the gospel. Tell people about the love of Jesus Christ, and bring as many people as we can into the kingdom, because time is so short and everything is set into motion. And with everything happening, we are in high watch times. So I love you guys, and God bless you. And I hope and pray to see each and every one of you there or in the air. God bless.